You do everything they say is supposed to work. You eat right, take regular walks, skip the sugar, maybe even hit the gym, and yet that stubborn belly fat refuses to budge. It clings around your core, seemingly immune to all your efforts. Frustrating, right? You're not alone. But here's the truth: what you're up against isn't just the soft fat you can pinch, it's something far more serious. It's called visceral fat. And it's not just a cosmetic problem, it's a hidden threat wrapping itself around your vital organs, quietly fueling inflammation, disrupting hormones, and silently raising your risk of heart disease, stroke, even memory loss as you age. This isn't just fat, it's a metabolic emergency, and ignoring it could cost you far more than a slimmer waistline. Most people think the answer lies in more dieting, longer workouts, or stricter calorie counting. The reality is very different. The secret to defeating visceral fat isn't punishment. It's resetting your metabolism at the right time. And surprisingly, the most powerful window is while you sleep. That's where a simple natural drink can change the game. I'm Dr. Pripe Jamnis, and on this channel, we don't sell gimmicks. We focus on science-backed strategies to help your body work better, recover faster, and keep you feeling younger. Today, we'll uncover exactly how this nighttime drink works to reprogram your body into a fat-burning machine quietly and effectively while you sleep. But first, let's understand what you're really fighting. For decades, we've been told the same story: eat fewer calories and move more. Calories in versus calories out. Simple, right? You may have followed that advice to the letter: clean meals, long walks, the occasional gym session, and yet the stubborn fat around your abdomen doesn't budge. It's not laziness, it's biology. Visceral fat behaves less like stored energy and more like an active organ. Nestled deep inside, it releases harmful compounds into your bloodstream, acting like a rogue chemical factory. These substances aren't harmless byproducts. They're biological messengers spreading low-grade inflammation silently throughout your body. Not the swelling you notice after a sprained ankle, but the kind that gradually chips away at your blood vessels, joints, and organs, laying the groundwork for chronic disease. Worse, visceral fat produces cortisol, the stress hormone. Normally, cortisol is helpful. It wakes you up in the morning and gives you quick bursts of energy when needed. But when this fat continuously pumps cortisol day and night, your body thinks it's under constant threat. It locks into survival mode, storing more energy for a crisis that doesn't exist. And guess where it stores that extra energy? Around your organs, right where the problem began. This creates a vicious cycle. The fat produces cortisol. Cortisol signals the body to store more fat. And on it goes. That's why calorie counting, fasting, or low-carb diets often fail. Your engine isn't broken, it's misfiring. Hormonal chaos and chronic stress keep telling your body to hold on to fat no matter what you eat. Until you fix the signal, no amount of dieting will work. Here's the key: healing the signal comes first. Your body needs to feel safe again before it will release stored fat. And the most effective time to do this isn't when you're forcing yourself through another workout. It's at night. While your body is naturally primed for repair, sleep isn't downtime. It's one of the most active regenerative states your body experiences. During deep sleep, your brain clears out waste, tissues repair, and cells get to work. Most importantly, your body releases human growth hormone, HGH. While famous for helping children grow, in adults, HGH is essential for repair and fat burning, signaling your body to pull energy from fat stores to rebuild and restore. But if your sleep is poor, if you toss, turn, or wake up repeatedly, HGH dips and cortisol surges, locking fat in place, reducing insulin sensitivity, and keeping your belly bulge exactly where it is. This is even more pronounced as we age, when sleep cycles naturally change and fat burning capacity diminishes. Poor sleep equals poor fat burning. It's that simple. The second critical factor is your liver, the body's silent workhorse. It processes nutrients, neutralizes toxins, and controls fat metabolism. But years of processed foods, sugar, alcohol, and medications can overwork it. A sluggish liver stores fat first within itself, then spills over into your belly. So when people complain of a slow metabolism, it's often a tired liver. And a liver that can't process fat efficiently makes all diets feel useless. To burn fat naturally, especially at night, your liver must be supported and cleared of obstacles. And that's where our natural nighttime drink comes in. It doesn't force fat loss. Instead, it supports your liver's detoxification process, calms hormonal chaos, and primes your body for natural fat burning during sleep. But first, we need to eliminate what's sabotaging you. Common bedtime habits like milk, fruit juice, or alcohol. Milk spikes blood sugar through lactose, triggering insulin that locks fat in place. Fruit juice overloads the liver with fructose, converting it into more fat around your organs. Alcohol hijacks your liver's detoxification process, stopping fat burning entirely. Removing these bedtime saboteurs creates the clean slate your body needs to finally release visceral fat naturally. Now that we've cleared the sabotaging habits, it's time to introduce the simple, natural combination that flips the switch in your favor. This isn't about expensive powders, fancy equipment, or gimmicks. It's a trio of ingredients you probably already have or can easily get. And together, they send a clear signal to your body it's safe to relax, repair, and finally release stored fat, especially the stubborn visceral fat around your midsection. The first ingredient is cinnamon, not just any cinnamon. The supermarket variety cassia cinnamon contains a compound called coumarin that can stress your liver in large amounts. Instead, choose Ceylon cinnamon, often labeled as true cinnamon. It's gentle, safe for long-term use, and highly effective. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar and improves insulin sensitivity, which is crucial because insulin is the hormone that locks fat in place. When your cells respond better to insulin, your body doesn't need to overproduce it. This reduces fat storage and allows your body to switch into fat-burning mode while you sleep. Next comes ginger. Ginger isn't just a kitchen spice, it's a powerhouse anti-inflammatory agent. Remember how visceral fat silently triggers low-grade inflammation? Ginger helps calm that internal storm. Its active compounds called gingerols reduce inflammation while also supporting circulation and digestion. Think about your body overnight. It's repairing tissues, delivering nutrients, and cleaning out waste. Strong, steady blood flow ensures all of that happens efficiently by gently boosting circulation and reducing internal stress. Ginger primes your metabolism for overnight fat burning. Unlike caffeine or stimulants, ginger warms the body softly without raising your heart rate, helping you feel relaxed and ready for restorative sleep. The third ingredient is raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, or ACV, with the mother intact. The cloudy, stringy material at the bottom of the bottle containing enzymes, probiotics, and proteins. ACV helps improve insulin sensitivity just like cinnamon while supporting digestion and liver detoxification. Its true superpower lies in restoring metabolic flexibility, the body's ability to switch smoothly between burning sugar and fat for fuel. Over time, many people lose this flexibility, especially with age or insulin resistance. Even extended fasting periods don't always trigger fat loss because the body is stuck in sugar burning mode. ACV teaches your system how to tap into stored fat during fasting while you sleep, reminding your metabolism how to function the way it was designed. Together, these three ingredients, cinnamon, ginger, and ACV, create the perfect environment for fat burning. Cinnamon balances insulin. Ginger reduces inflammation and improves circulation, and ACV restores metabolic flexibility. They don't force your body to burn fat artificially. Instead, they gently guide it back into its natural rhythm. But knowing the ingredients isn't enough. Timing and preparation are everything. Start with 1 cup of warm water, just warm enough to be soothing, not boiling, which can destroy the delicate enzymes in ACV. Add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, and 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered ACV. Stir thoroughly. If the taste is too strong, a small squeeze of lemon or a drop of raw honey can soften it, but keep it minimal. Even natural sugars can trigger insulin and work against your goals. The purer the mix, the better. Timing matters more than most people realize. Drink this mixture roughly 30 minutes before bed. This gives your body time to absorb the nutrients and aligns with your natural circadian rhythm. Sip slowly, making it a deliberate, quiet ritual at the end of your day. This isn't about rushing through a quick drink. It's about signaling to your body, we're safe now. It's time to rest, repair, and release. But one key rule, do not drink this immediately after a meal. You need a clean window of 2 to 3 hours after eating. Why? Because right after a meal, insulin is elevated, digestion is active, and your body is focused on processing food, not burning fat. Trying to burn fat during this time is like launching a plane from a crowded runway. It won't take off. Giving your body a clean slate ensures the drink works as intended. You can amplify its effects with two simple habits: breath work and light management. Start with a short breathing exercise to lower cortisol and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for relaxation and repair. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold gently for 4 seconds. Exhale softly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this for 5 minutes. The longer exhale stimulates the vagus nerve, sending a powerful message that the perceived threat is gone. Cortisol decreases, your body relaxes, and fat stores are unlocked. Simple, yet highly effective. The second habit involves managing your exposure to blue light, the kind emitted by phones, tablets, TVs, and computers. Blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's morning, suppressing melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep, metabolism, insulin, and fat-burning processes. After your drink and breathing routine, turn off screens, dim the lights, and create a peaceful, intentional nighttime environment. Read, journal, or listen to calming music. These steps tell your body that night has come, allowing your natural fat-burning systems to engage fully. For those over 50, the stakes feel even higher. Aging brings natural changes in your body. And one of the biggest shifts is reduced insulin sensitivity. Your system just doesn't process carbohydrates as efficiently as it used to. That means even a meal that seems healthy can spike your blood sugar more than it would have a decade ago, causing insulin to linger longer in your bloodstream. And as we've discussed, insulin is the key that locks fat in place. Suddenly, the diets and routines that worked effortlessly in your younger years feel ineffective, leaving you frustrated and confused. But here's the encouraging part. While your ability to burn sugar may decline with age, your capacity to burn fat remains largely intact. It just needs a gentle nudge and the right conditions to awaken it. That's the magic of this nightly ritual. It doesn't fight your body, it works in harmony with it. This is what makes the combination of cinnamon, ginger, and apple cider vinegar so powerful. Cinnamon improves insulin signaling. Ginger reduces internal stress and inflammation. And ACV restores the body's natural ability to switch between burning sugar and fat. Together, they tell your metabolism it's safe to shift out of protective mode and return to repair mode. Your body no longer needs to hoard fat for survival. It can finally use those reserves as fuel. For many older adults, this approach is like flipping a switch. It's not about extreme diets or grueling workouts. It's about consistency, calm, and cooperation with your body's natural rhythms. But let's not forget the foundation that supports all of this: quality sleep. Sleep isn't just a passive state. It's a dynamic, regenerative period where repair, detox, and hormone regulation happen. During deep sleep, your brain clears waste. Your liver processes nutrients and human growth hormone surges, mobilizing fat for energy. Interruptions to sleep, such as waking frequently, tossing and turning, or exposure to light and screen time, throw these processes off balance. Cortisol rises, insulin sensitivity drops, and fat storage continues. For older adults, lighter sleep cycles and frequent awakenings amplify the challenge, making a supportive nighttime ritual even more essential. This isn't optional. It's the cornerstone of fat loss and metabolic health. The liver's role cannot be overstated. Often overlooked, it's the body's command center for fat metabolism. A healthy liver processes fats efficiently, packages them for energy, and maintains hormonal balance. But chronic stress, poor diet, alcohol, and medications can overload it. When the liver is bogged down, fat accumulates first within the liver itself and then in visceral fat around the abdomen. This creates the common misconception of a slow metabolism. The truth is, the machinery is capable. It just needs support. That's where our nighttime drink comes in. It doesn't force fat loss. It clears the roadblocks, supports liver detoxification, and allows natural metabolic processes to resume. The science behind the three ingredients is clear. Cinnamon regulates blood sugar, ginger reduces inflammation and improves circulation, and apple cider vinegar restores metabolic flexibility. Combined, they create an ideal internal environment for your body to release stored fat while you sleep. But the power of this ritual is amplified by the small lifestyle adjustments we've discussed. No sugar, milk, or alcohol before bed, a calm, screen-free evening, and the breathing exercise to reduce cortisol. These steps create a holistic signal to your body that it's safe, time to repair, and time to burn fat. It's important to approach this method with patience and consistency. The goal isn't immediate drastic results, but gradual sustainable change. Consistency over weeks and months rewires your body's hormonal responses, improves insulin sensitivity, and enhances liver function. Even small, deliberate steps each night reinforce the message that your body is safe and supported. Over time, your metabolism resets, fat stores unlock, and visceral fat begins to decrease. This is a quiet, effective, and natural way to reclaim control over your health without extreme measures. And remember, this approach is adaptable. Whether you're 50, 60, or older, your body can respond positively when given the right conditions. You're not fighting your biology, you're cooperating with it. Every sip of the tonic, every deep breath, every hour spent away from screens reinforces the message: repair, restore, and release. This mindset shift is just as important as the ingredients themselves. Your body isn't your enemy. It's been trying to protect you, even when it seems like it's working against you. By creating an environment of safety and balance, you unlock the innate healing and fat-burning power that's been dormant, waiting for the right signal. Now that we understand the science and rationale behind this nightly ritual, it's time to distill it into a clear, actionable plan. The steps are simple, precise, and designed to work together. Start by preparing your drink: warm water, Ceylon cinnamon, ginger, and raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. Sip it slowly about 30 minutes before bedtime. After giving your body a 2 to 3 hour gap since your last meal, follow it with 5 minutes of deep rhythmic breathing and commit to turning off screens, dimming lights, and creating a peaceful pre-sleep environment. Done consistently, this approach rewires your hormonal signals, calms stress, and primes your metabolism for natural fat burning during the most critical hours of the night. Now that you understand the science, it's time to focus on practical steps. Knowing the theory is one thing, but putting it into action consistently is what creates real change. Start by setting up your evening ritual. Choose a quiet, calm environment where you can prepare and enjoy your drink without distractions. Warm water, half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, a 1 to 4 teaspoon of ginger powder, and 1 teaspoon of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. Stir it well. If the flavor feels too strong, a squeeze of lemon or a drop of raw honey is okay, but keep it minimal. The goal is purity. The cleaner the drink, the more effectively your body receives the signal that it's safe to repair, relax, and release fat. This simple combination primes your metabolism, balances insulin, and reduces inflammation, creating the ideal environment for fat loss while you sleep. Timing is critical. Drink this tonic about 30 minutes before bedtime after a 2 to 3 hour gap since your last meal. This clean slate window ensures your insulin levels are low, your digestive system isn't working overtime, and your body can fully shift into fasting and repair mode. Drinking too soon after eating reduces effectiveness because your body prioritizes processing food over burning fat. Think of it like trying to run a factory while it's overloaded with raw materials. It just can't operate at peak efficiency. This clean window allows your body's natural fat burning machinery to function without interference. Sipping slowly and mindfully also reinforces the mental signal of calm and safety, which supports hormonal balance. Next, incorporate the breathing exercise. Just 5 minutes of controlled rhythmic breathing after your drink can dramatically reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that locks fat in place. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale gently through your mouth for 6. Repeat the cycle for 5 minutes. The longer exhale activates the vagus nerve, signaling your brain that the perceived danger has passed. This reduces stress, lowers cortisol, and tells your body that it's safe to release stored fat. Combined with the drink, this simple practice reinforces the message: rest, repair, and release. It's an elegant, science-backed way to calm your system and optimize fat metabolism while you sleep. Managing light exposure is equally important. Blue light from screens, phones, tablets, TVs, and even some LED lights confuses your brain, suppressing melatonin. Melatonin is not just the sleep hormone. It regulates metabolism, insulin, and fat-burning processes. If your brain thinks it's still daytime, your body won't enter the deep, restorative sleep necessary for optimal fat burning. After your drink and breathing exercise, commit to a screen-free period of at least 1 hour before bed. Dim the lights, read a book, journal, or listen to calming music. Creating a peaceful pre-sleep routine signals to your body that night has arrived, enabling natural metabolic processes to engage fully. For older adults, consistency is key. Even if insulin sensitivity has declined, visceral fat can still be reduced when the body is given the right conditions. Cinnamon, ginger, and apple cider vinegar support blood sugar balance, reduce inflammation, enhance circulation, and restore metabolic flexibility. Paired with mindful breathing and a calm, low light environment, this nightly ritual shifts your body from stress and fat storage mode to repair and fat burning mode. Over time, these small, consistent steps retrain hormonal signals, reduce visceral fat, and improve overall metabolic health without extreme dieting or punishing workouts. Avoid common mistakes. Heavy meals or late night snacks, sugary drinks, milk, juice, and alcohol before bed all interfere with fat burning. Alcohol, for example, hijacks your liver, forcing it to prioritize detoxification over fat metabolism. Sugary drinks spike insulin and lock fat in place. Even natural sugars, if consumed too close to bedtime, work against your goals. By eliminating these sabotaging habits and integrating the drink, breathing, exercise, and screen-free routine, you provide your body with the optimal environment to restore balance and burn fat effectively. The beauty of this approach lies in its gentle, holistic nature. It's not about deprivation, extreme routines, or miracle cures. It's about working in harmony with your body's natural rhythms, supporting liver function, regulating hormones, and reducing stress signals that keep fat stored. This nighttime ritual creates a clear, consistent message to your body. It's safe, it's time to heal, and it's time to release fat. The transformation comes from alignment, not force. Over weeks and months, your metabolism resets, visceral fat decreases, sleep quality improves, and energy levels rise. It's a sustainable, realistic approach that respects the biology of aging, making fat loss achievable even in later years. Finally, integrate this ritual into your lifestyle gradually. Start with a few nights per week and build consistency. Observe how your body responds. Adjust ingredient quality if needed and maintain your calm, screen-free pre-sleep routine. Celebrate small wins, whether improved sleep, reduced bloating, or subtle changes in energy and waistline. Remember, this is a process of cooperation with your body, not punishment. When approached with patience, intentionality, and consistency, it delivers powerful results, unlocking the fat-burning potential that has been waiting for the right signal all along. As you begin integrating this ritual into your evenings, it's important to understand something clearly. Progress with visceral fat is often subtle at first. You may not wake up after 3 nights with a dramatically smaller waist. What you may notice instead is deeper sleep, fewer nighttime awakenings, more stable morning energy, or reduced cravings the next day. These are not small changes. They are early signals that your hormones are shifting in the right direction. When cortisol lowers, insulin stabilizes, and your liver functions more efficiently, fat loss becomes a downstream effect. The body corrects itself quietly before it transforms visibly. If you don't see immediate changes on the scale, don't assume it isn't working. Visceral fat surrounds the organs, and as inflammation decreases, your body often prioritizes internal repair first. Blood sugar control improves, bloating reduces, waist measurement may shift before body weight does. That's why relying only on the scale can be misleading. Pay attention to how your clothes fit, how your digestion feels, how steady your mood and energy are throughout the day. These are more accurate markers of metabolic healing than a number flashing on a screen. There are also a few adjustments you can make if progress feels slower than expected. First, evaluate your evening meals. Even if you're waiting 2 to 3 hours before drinking the tonic, very high carb or heavy dinners can keep insulin elevated longer than you think. Aim for balanced meals with adequate protein, healthy fats, and fiber. This stabilizes blood sugar and makes the nighttime window more effective. Second, examine hidden stress. Chronic stress during the day carries into the night. If you rush through the drink or scroll your phone while sipping it, you dilute its impact. The ritual works best when it truly becomes a moment of calm. Hydration during the day also matters. Your liver depends on adequate water intake to process toxins and metabolize fat. If you're chronically dehydrated, detox pathways slow down. Aim for consistent hydration earlier in the day so your body isn't playing catch up at night. Gentle movement, such as walking after meals, can further support insulin sensitivity without overstimulating your system. Remember, we're not trying to shock the body into fat loss. We're trying to create conditions where fat loss becomes the natural outcome. Another common question is, How long should you continue this ritual? The answer is simple. Think of it as a supportive habit, not a short term fix. 4 to 5 nights per week is sufficient for most people. Over several weeks, hormonal signals recalibrate, insulin sensitivity improves, sleep deepens, and visceral fat gradually decreases. This approach